Nambiar, that said, as we look for a solution, and obviously what the Supreme Court says, and one just hopes that it results in a resolution to this crisis, would you say that it's an incredible setback for the government today that the Supreme Court, which has been quite critical of the government since yesterday, today has put these laws on hold in terms of their implementation? Is that a huge setback for the government?
I would say, Vishnu, that it is a setback for a lot of reforms which are in pipeline. If the country needs to, all the decision and such kind of a reforms needs to be going to the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court have to intervene. I don't know the very purpose of the Parliament and the legislation process which we have. But having said that, in the case of farmer protest, it has reached a level wherein the farmers are very clear that either their way or the highway. So I think there is required to have a convincing solution for this, for all of us. So in that direction, I would say it's a welcome move from the Supreme Court to close this issue for once and for all, if the farmers agree. But on the other hand, I am very disappointed. The reason being that the reforms overall in any country needs to have the legislative, the legislation and the Parliament should have the right. And the Supreme Court, or for that matter, any court, should be little keeping themselves away. And farmers should also come into a middle path. It cannot be that only what we are there, repeal the law. That is the only solution. Is not really the right way to go for it. Everybody should go for it. The government, in this case, has come to a middle path. They have agreed to many points to consider. But in the case
got it. To come in very briefly, yes, before I go across my other panelists.
I just wanted to ask the Congress spokesperson. In many of the debates, this is the same question we all wanted to ask Congressperson. What are the real points in this particular law, the three laws which are passed by the Parliament, wherein Congress have an issue? Because most of the points, which is the entire law was completely the idea of Congress. So I don't think that Congress today is saying that
this has been widely stated that the Congress had in fact wanted drastic changes, right? As far as the Mandi structure is concerned.
You are saying that it was not part of the Parliament was not the one which was passed the law. You elect a government to come up with reforms and laws to make, and the principal opposition is supposed to come